Buenos días or buenas tardes, año 7. It's lovely to see you all again. Hope you had a lovely half term. So welcome back to our Spanish online learning. This is our spring term 2, and this is week 1, and this is lesson 1 of your new topic, which is mi tiempo libre, which means my free time. So let's get started. Entonces, por favor, please escribir el título, write the title, subrayar con una regla. También write the date y subrayar con una regla también, underline it with a ruler. Whilst you're doing that, I'll just talk through our lesson aims and objectives for throughout the whole week. So number 1, we are going to understand vocabulary about activities you do in your free time. We're going to learn the present tense of irregular verbs salir and hacer. And we're going to learn expressions of frequency, which sounds much more complicated than it is, and prepositions of place. We'll apply the vocabulary learned by writing a paragraph, and we'll evaluate and set targets on how to improve further. Entonces, muy bien, empezamos. So your starter task for today, I would like you to correctly match the English to the Spanish. Please write both of these in your books. And these I'm going to refer to in today's lesson and throughout the rest of this week as expressions of frequency. Okay, so on the left you can see in Spanish, and I'd like you to match them to the English. Now, some of those you might not quite know, but we have done days of the week, for example. So use your skills as linguists. Do the ones that you know first of all, and then hopefully by process of elimination, you might be able to do the others. There's an extension task. I would like you to write down all the days of the week in its plural form. If, for example, Wednesdays. So if we're talking about Wednesdays in Spanish, we just say los miércoles. Okay, so please pause this video and give yourself about 3 minutes to complete that task. Excelente, muy bien. Let's see how you got on with that. So, los lunes on Mondays, los jueves on Thursdays, los sábados on Saturdays, los domingos on Sundays, una vez por semana, once a week. And remember, our V's are pronounced as B, so it's una vez por semana. Number 6, dos veces a la semana. And you'll see we changed, don't we? The una vez changed to veces in the plural. A veces, sometimes, los fines de semana, on weekends or at the weekend, and todos los días, hopefully you could guess that one, is every day. So give yourself a score out of 9 for that. I'd also like to draw your attention to the fact that in English, we write our days of the week with capital letters. Please bear in mind, in Spanish, you do not do that. You do it all lowercase, so small letters. And let's look at our extension, our challenge task. So it was to write all the days of the week in the plural form. So we've got los lunes, los martes, los miércoles, los jueves, and los viernes. You can pause this video and practice your pronunciation anytime you want to. Muy bien, continuamos entonces. So today's class, we're going to look at vocabulary on free time activities. There is a grammar point as well on prepositions of place. We're going to practice making dialogues, and there'll be a plenary to end the class. Okay, empezamos. So, ¿qué haces en tu tiempo libre? So I'm going to ask that question a lot. Hopefully you can deduce what that means. So, ¿qué haces? What do you do en tu tiempo libre, in your free time? And you can see in the corner there we've got a little icon man. So this is your opportunity to speak in Spanish. Don't worry about embarrassing yourself, making mistakes. It doesn't matter. This is your opportunity to practice. Okay, so I will say it. I'll pause, give you time to say it, and then we'll translate. Okay, vale, muy bien. Entonces, los lunes voy al cine. ¿Tu turno? Muy bien. And that's on Mondays, I go to the cinema. Los martes voy a la piscina. Muy bien, hopefully you've done it that time. On Tuesdays, I go to the swimming pool, or I go swimming. They're kind of interchangeable. We can see Spider-Man in the pool there as a clue for that. Continuamos. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Bueno, los miércoles voy de compras. ¿Tu turno? Muy bien. And this is on Wednesdays, I go shopping. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Los jueves salgo con mis amigos. ¿Tu turno? Muy bien. And that's on Thursdays, I go out with my friends. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Los viernes monto en bicicleta. ¿Tu turno? And that's on Fridays. I go cycling, I go on my bike, I ride my bike. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Los sábados veo la tele. ¿Tu turno? This is on Saturdays, I watch television. So you notice here, I'm using the expressions of frequency and the activity, okay? So there is a lot going on, but I know you can do this. Continuamos. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Los domingos escucho música. ¿Tu turno? Muy bien. On Sundays, I listen to music. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Todos los días hago mis deberes. And I know that's true of all of you. Tu turno. That's right. Every day I do my homework. Continuamos. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Todos los días mando mensajes. ¿Tu turno? Muy bien. Every day I send messages. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Una vez por semana navego por internet. ¿Tu turno? Muy bien. And remember that pronunciation, vis-a-vis, so it's navego por internet. And that means once a week I surf the internet. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? 2 veces a la semana chateo por internet. ¿Tu turno? Muy bien. And that's twice a week I chat on the internet. ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre? A veces juego con mi ordenador. ¿Tu turno? Muy bien. And that's sometimes I play on my computer. Excelente. Muy bien. That was a lot of vocabulary. So we need to make an accurate record of that in your books. So I would like you to write down the Spanish, which is in the orange box, and match it to the English. Pero cuidado, careful, está mezclado, okay? All the answers are mixed up. I would like you to correctly match up the two. So it means you're using your brain as well as making a good record of all of the vocab, okay? And write both in your book so you've got a good, accurate record. As always, there's an extension task if you finish quickly. And the extension task is, what are the infinitive verbs for monto, veo, escucho, and mando? Okay, so pause this video. You're going to need about 5 minutes to do that task. Muy bien, excelente. Let's see how you got on. Okay, so these are the answers. So we've got, actually, I'm not going to go through all of them because we've practiced our pronunciation. We'll be here all day otherwise. So hopefully you can correctly match up those. And I hope you've written in both languages as I asked. Don't just write 1D, 2J, because that won't help you when you go back and refer in your notes. Okay, so give yourself a mark out of 12 for that. And if you completed the extension task, excelente, muy bien. The infinitive verbs for monto, veo, escucho, and mando are montar, to ride or to climb, ver, to see, escuchar, to listen, and mandar, to send. You got those right, really, really well done. Okay, continuamos entonces. So we've looked at our vocabulary on free time activities. Let's just have a look at a grammar point on prepositions, prepositions of place. So as part of that free time activities, we were saying I go to, for example, I go to the cinema. So hopefully you will have seen that to, in that sense in English and Spanish, is a, just simply the word a. But you know that nouns in Spanish vary, some are masculine and some are feminine. So depending on whether that place we're going to, the noun, the name of that place we're going to, is masculine or feminine, we have to change the to. So if we're talking about somewhere that's masculine, it's like a formula. So we add the a plus the l equals al. An example, I go to the cinema, voy al cine. So you can see we've changed the a and the l to al. Voy al cine. For feminine, the a adds to the la and it just stays the same. Okay, we just add those two together. We don't shorten it. So if we want to say, I go to the beach, voy a la playa. I go to the beach. So just pause this video for about 2 minutes whilst you just write down that very important grammar rule. Excelente, muy bien, continuamos. So let's practice some of that now. Okay, vamos a practicar. I would like you to make up 3 dialogues using the pictures. So they're grouped there. We've got box 1, box 2, box 3. And ask the question, ¿qué haces en tu tiempo libre? And write down what the activity is. So ideally do this without looking in your books, but if you do need to, then please go back and look, and so you make sure you write it correctly. So for example, I've said los lunes escucho música y una vez por semana monto bicicleta. Okay, so I'm doing the extension for these. I've added a time expression or a frequency of an expression of frequency. I've added this to really extend myself, and I'd love you to all do the same. Okay, so pause this video probably for about 3 or 4 minutes whilst you complete that task. Muy bien, let's see how you got on. Okay, so as I said, I'm doing the extended version because I really want to extend myself. So one of the dialogues could be, ¿qué haces en tu tiempo libre? And this is just, well, the activity has to be what I've written, but you might have changed the expression of frequency. So I've said, a veces chateo por internet y todos los días hago mis deberes. You might have changed the frequency, the expression of frequency, as long as the activity is right. So number 2, ¿qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Los fines de semana voy al cine y 2 veces a la semana mando mensajes. And number 3, ¿qué haces en tu tiempo libre? Los sábados voy de compras y los viernes salgo con mis amigos. I'm sorry, because of where let me see if I can move it. Oh, I can. So there we go. We can see it's voy de compras. It's very important that you add the de, which means I go shopping. Excelente, continuamos. So all I've done on this slide is I've just changed our writing icon to our little man icon, or little person icon, I should say. I would like you to practice saying this out loud. If you can, get someone at home or phone a friend in your Spanish class and practice saying this. Ask the question, ¿qué haces en tu tiempo libre? And just practice, and practice saying all of those examples. Okay. So you can pause this video whilst you do that now. Excelente, muy bien. Y para terminar, and to finish, plenary, I would like you to write a sentence to say one thing that you like to do in your free time and add an expression of frequency. Okay, so if you could do that now, and then after that, write down what you have learned in today's lesson. It's been a lot of vocabulary, I know that. But hopefully you can summarize what you've done in the lesson today. Okay, muy bien, excelente, buen trabajo, good work, Year 7. Don't forget to upload this to your Google Classroom assignment for your teacher to have a look at. And I look forward to seeing you next lesson. Muy bien, gracias, adiós.